Hey, welcome to day one of the Fix Your Neck Pain series we're doing. Today I want to walk through and break down the anatomy of the neck so you know what's going on. Then we're going to walk through how to set up your posture so that's optimal to set you up for structural success so that the other things will take better. Okay, so in your neck, if you break it down, there's your skull and there's 7 bones in your neck. Around those bones are a bunch of different muscles around the head and neck that go into the shoulder and the neck and the trap in the front here. Inside the bones in your neck is where your spinal cord runs, and that spinal cord breaks off into different nerves that control and coordinate all the functions of your neck and other parts of your body as well. Okay, so the neck primarily has about 3 different ranges of motion or movement, we call them. And so what you can do is you can bend your head forward, bend your head backwards, you can turn your head to the left and to the right, and then you can lean your head to the left and to the right. And there's going to be varying degrees of what's possible for every one of us depending on issues and lifestyle and things like that. So when it comes to setting us up, we really want to make sure that we have good posture, okay? And so that seems like a basic thing, but I want to walk through that because there's some tips and tricks for your body to remember that rather than just squeezing your shoulders together, okay? So if you're standing, one thing we want to focus on is having our chin up. What we want to do is if you're forward, you're slouched like this, instead of just squeezing backwards, that only uses a few muscles. If instead we shrug our shoulders up, roll them back and let them drop, take a breath with that if you can. That's going to really activate a bunch of different muscles, bring the whole shoulder complex into that, and that's going to help reset you. That's going to remind those muscles on a deeper neurological level to then help you stay there longer, okay? Now, if you're seated, that same rule applies to the upper half of your body, but the lower half of your body is really important. And so what I want to focus on is there are bones, we call them your sits bones, but it's part of your pelvis, and so we want to sit on those. And so the easiest way to make that happen is kind of, we call it the 90-90-90 rule. And so when you're seated, you want your feet flat on the ground, you want your ankles at 90, we're going to bring your knees to 90, and your hips are going to be at 90. And when that happens, you're going to sit on those sits bones. What you're also going to do is you're going to find yourself with a nice, solid low back curve. Your core is going to be activated, and you're going to automatically find that you're up easier. And so I'm going to recommend you do that today. Practice that as much as you need. Everything you notice you're forward, come back, okay? Come back to center. You can stay working while you do it. There's no breaks. It's super easy. But the more you do that, the more you're going to remind your body and your nervous system that that's what normal is. Now, with that, I want to talk about phones. Phones, tablets, these are huge issues and they really put a lot of postural and structural stress on our system. And so if you're standing, you're seated, what most of us do is the phone is down by our waistline, chin is tucked to our body and we're looking straight down, and you can look anywhere in public and see that. And so what makes it really easy, a great simple way to fix that is, if you can, obviously hold your phone up, but your arm might get tired if you scroll like me for hours on end at night. So what you want to do is just lock your elbow into your side, kind of into your rib cage here, then your arms up. That's a little easier, and that's going to at least bring your neck up a decent bit, and that'll help. The other big thing that people talk to me about, my patients especially, is at night. You're scrolling through TikTok, looking at Instagram, answering emails, and you're laying there and your head's tucked up maybe on your headboard or on your pillow, and again, your phone is right on your chest. Easy way to solve that, or this could even apply actually if you're sitting like in a recliner or something like that, is to put a pillow on your belly or on your chest and have that phone sitting there, and that's again going to bring that up, allow your neck to be more neutral. So those are some great tips on posture and movement. A lot of people, this is a huge stressor for them as they are at work. Maybe they're working at a kitchen table from home, they have a bad setup, or they maybe have invested in a standing desk and don't know how to use it, where to stand. What we want to do is, for you guys, is that there's going to be a link below. Click on that link, you can set up a free 15-minute Zoom consult or a phone consult, and personally I'd love to walk you through how to set that up so that you're not dealing with issues long term, but so that you know that you're using things right. And there's a lot of simple tips that if we can just see your setup, man, we can really set that up for your success long term. So this has been day one. I hope that helps. Practice, and tomorrow we'll be back with a bunch more great things.